Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing the monthly reads for February 2020 and I'm going to be reading for the lovely Leos. If you're new to my channel then welcome to you. On the monthly reads I normally premeditate on the cards, but this month I've decided to shuffle them live, so to speak. But I've still meditated prior to doing the recording on here today for you. So it allows me to get a little bit of added poetry at the end of the reading for you guys. And also, if you're new to my channel, on the monthly reads I tend to pull out a charm as well, which just ties up the reading for yourselves. The cards I'm going to be using I'll drop in the description box below, but they are my trusty The Good Tarot by Colette-Baron-Reid, the Wisdom of the Oracle, also by Colette-Baron-Reid, and my lovely The Wild Unknown Animal Spirit cards by Krans. Also, I do a general read and I will also pull out a couple of these cards, and that gives me a little bit of a insight on the romantic partnerships. So I'll just try and cover all bases basically. So without further ado then, I'm just going to move this out the main frame to start with, and we'll start shuffling the cards, Leo, and have a look what's in store for you going through the month of February. The energies I was picking up for you, Leo, this month, I just felt you were running around for everybody else, really. Running around for everybody else and not really having the time to recoup yourself. There's people around you where you've just been helping out really with either fetching and carrying things because they're not well enough to do so, or there's responsibilities where you feel that you need to be overlooking something on a family member, just to give some guidance and help. So I just felt you as a caregiver, really, a caregiver in the month of February. But obviously, whilst you're doing that, there's areas that I feel that you aren't addressing for your own needs. So I'm just going to have a look what we've got coming out for you with the cards then, Leo, to address this. I do feel some of you as well will be looking to start new jobs, putting applications out. I feel some of you have been out of the main frame for a while on the work situation. But applications now, because I do feel some of you have done some study to put into place, which will open doors for you, Leo, and I feel that's going to be towards the end of February. We've obviously got the Mercury retrograde coming in as well during February into the early part of March, and that is going to affect all signs on communication. So I feel that some people might be hearing from people from your past who you haven't engaged with for quite some time. So I do feel that there might be some social gatherings as well, also around Leo, again at the end of February starting into March. So I'm just going to go with these cards first, Leo, and let's have a look at what the cards are reflecting on the reading as well. We've got the Three of Water with the Queen of Air, with the Ace of Earth, and the Six of Water. Now this at the start here, the Three of Water, I just feel this is you juggling, Leo. This is you trying to juggle and keep all the plates spinning, okay? This is what I feel here. With the colour, if you look at the colour aspect here, because colour plays a big key part, I feel as well, that I'll pick up in the cards when I'm doing readings. There's a lot of blue, so there's a lot of emotional energy here. A lot of feelings that you are hiding really from your nearest and dearest. So you are struggling a little bit, Leo. I do feel some of you are struggling emotionally at the moment, and as I said, it's because of these responsibilities. I feel that you are sort of engaging yourself in where you're trying to be helping out family members or friends who need help at the moment, but trying to juggle everything, okay? It's affecting you emotionally, it's affecting your energy levels as well. So with the Queen of Air, this is having the knowledge really to say, okay, I've been doing this for quite a while now, and it's about getting your house in order, Leo. Because if you continue on the path that you are doing in trying to juggle everything, trying to keep all the balls in the air type of scenario, because it's hard and difficult for you to say no when friends and nearest and dearest come to you for help. But that's why the Six of Water has come out here, because some of my Leos are feeling in a situation where you do feel stuck at the minute with your progression, because I feel, like I said, some of you here are trying to concentrate on getting your life back on track with the Ace of Earth. The Leos that I'm picking up with have put the groundwork in, okay? And the Ace of Earth here is saying it's time for you now to take the reins back on your own life and your direction. Yes, you will feel guilty, some of you will, in the fact that you will have to say no to certain people around you, saying, look, it's my time now, I'm still here for you, but responsibilities are going to have to be shared, because I think that some of my Leos have took on the brunt responsibility, you know, in looking after affairs, or if it's you've stepped in to help a child, you know, whether you've got a son or a daughter, or a mother and a father. It's that kind of a scenario where I just feel that you have shelved or burdened the responsibility of trying to keep everybody on a happy medium. And by doing that, I do feel February is going to be a toll where you will feel that you are drowning. You will feel that you are struggling, and because I also feel that you are having the inner knowledge to yourself, saying, I've got to get my house in order because I am going to miss the boat on some opportunities that I feel are coming in job-wise for you at the end of February, Leo. So it's key. Don't have these feelings. If the universe could take a photograph, I always say this on the cards every week, on every monthly reading that I do, I try and pick a card out where I feel if the universe was taking a photograph of you, then this month this would be the photograph that the universe was saying, take a look at the picture, this is you. You can't, some of my Leos can't see this because they're just juggling and trying to keep their head above water, but the universe is saying this is how you're going to end up, literally being stuck between a rock and a hard place if you don't start to stand in your own power, really, and start to say no to certain people, as hard as that might be, Leo, but it's to benefit you in the long run, okay? I do feel the responsibilities will start to fall away anyway, because of the situation isn't as bad or as intense, you know, that person or persons maybe that you've sort of had to keep an eye on, or a watchful eye on, or trying to sort issues out. That is going to start to iron itself out, and their health or situation is going to start to improve. So it's saying here to focus, my lovelies, in your own power, and to get your career. I want to say career now, because I feel like doors are going to be opening for you in getting your life back on track in certain elements. So I'm just going to pull out one of these cards just to see what the overall energy is to tie in with this, okay? But yeah, it's going to apply. If you look at the colour of the cards, as I said, there's a lot of blue, so there's a lot of emotions going through, because you know you're a people pleaser, and while you're trying to, as I said, keep everything balanced, the plate spinning, okay, for everybody else, then you know you are missing out for the opportunities that I feel are going to be coming in for you in February, Leo. So let's have a look here. I just want to point out, because I've just noticed on the Ace of Earth, I'm being attracted to the colour green. Okay, the colour green here. So I do feel it's a warning again to say, if you don't start saying no, then your own health is also going to take a bit of an impact as well. And also for some of you, and it's not going to be for all of you, I've got a tie here with island for some of you, okay? Like I say, it's not going to be a message for everybody here, but it's as though I've got a tie with Ireland. Now, whether this is, some of you may have an opportunity to travel to Ireland itself, okay, for either a job opportunity, or in a relationship stance as well, I feel, which I will cover shortly when I pull out the extra cards. But I just had to bring out Island for some of you. There's a connection there with Island, so I just had to mention that. So we have here Observer, okay? The Observer card here has come into play for you to say you have now got to get, like I said, it's the role that you've been playing, Leo, where I feel you have been heavily involved in trying to sort out other people's issues within your family or friends, and it's saying to take a step back, as I said, because you need to start and ground yourself now and get your life back on track and do things for you. And it's saying here you can still observe from afar. You don't have to be so hands-on, okay? So that's why the Observer card has come out for you. And also, if you can see the fox here, he is sitting on an egg, okay, with covered in stars. So this is an opportunity that is hatching, okay, hatching for you, okay. So there's two messages in this card for you, Leo. It's just to say the responsibilities that you've had, okay, this I do feel is going to start to lessen by your own means of learning to say no and taking a step back, because the person or the people that have been, you've been sort of looking after, then I do feel the intensity on that is going to, subside, because they are getting back on their feet. Okay, Leo, they are getting back on their feet. They are getting into a situation now where they can cope. I want to say the word cope. But it's saying here, you can give them the assurance, well, look, I need to start getting things in place for me now, but I am here, okay, I am observing from a distance, okay, but it's just to say here, be mindful of something coming in for you. Be mindful for something coming in for you, okay, that is hatching for yourselves. And I do feel this is going to be some kind of a job opportunity, as I said, for those who haven't been in work for some time, because you may have been out of the mainframe because of the caregiving that you've been sorting around others, okay. So that's what's come out there. So I'm just going to shuffle the animal spirit cards now and just see what bearance we've got going on here. So it is quite interesting, to be fair, what's going on around you at the moment. And I also look at the Observer card because it's got the moon element in as well, which obviously still ties in with the emotions, guys. And it's saying, like, you can put things to bed to rest, okay, but obviously still observe from afar, but not having to burn yourself out in the process, okay. So let's have a look what else we've got going on. Three want to come out for you, so I'm going to go with the 3, Leo. So let's have a look what else we can add into the mix here, okay. We have the alchemical sign of the ether, okay, the spiritual realms, coming out as the dragon. So I'm just going to place that there a second. We have even the alchemical sign of earth, which is the horse. And then we have the alchemical sign, again, an earth sign with the earthworm. So if I was going to fit these cards in on the general read for Leo, it's just saying here, okay, with the earthworm, I'm going to take this as your energy because it's time to resurface. If we can have a look at the dark corners here, this is how you have been dealing with things, okay. You have been in a situation where you have your emotions have been running high with what's going on, but it's saying here it's time to resurface, because can you see the colour here behind the earthworm? It's just saying it's time to get colour back in your life, okay, time to get colour back in your life. And with the horse as well, it's reflecting with the new moon, okay, the new moon here, it's just saying it's time to focus your energies. With the earth sign, it's about grounding, okay. So it's saying here now that I want to say, and it sounds really bizarre for me to say, you need to run wild with a idea or an ambition, okay? So again, I'm sticking on the general at the minute. I'll touch on the romantic in a second, but this is saying here, there's an idea, there's a interest that you want to pursue, okay? I want to say the word pursue now, and it's saying it's not a wild idea that you want to progress or look into, okay? And it's to say to go with it. Now, with the spiritual energy coming in here, okay, the dragon with the focus on the eye, again, it's tying in. I do feel the opportunity is coming in for you with the observer card, okay? And it's saying here that this is tying in with the spiritual realms, that something is going to be manifesting, okay? It's as though the universe or the spiritual energies have been watching you from afar, okay? Again, with the observer card. And they are going to be presenting, excuse me, a situation, a person, a job opportunity, where it's going to get your energy really racing. I want to say racing now. So I am going to look at this now on a romantic side of things, because some of you may not have been with anybody for quite some time. You may have not had a serious relationship for quite some time, okay? It may be that you didn't feel like you were up to engaging on that social scene or getting yourself out there. So on the romantic now, I'm looking at somebody who is thinking to themselves, okay, I've been out the mainframe for a while now, even on the love side of things, and it's saying here, I feel that some of my Leos will be getting themselves out there, socialising a little bit more, because that's why the colour is coming back on the earthworm. Again, I'm taking Leo as the earthworm here, and it's saying I need to get myself back out into the spotlight, okay? That's why the horse spirit is coming out for you, because this is the person that you used to be, Leo. This is the person, the energy where you wouldn't give a toss. You'd go out, have a laugh with your mates, you'd enjoy yourself, you'd flirt, you know, you'd have one night stands even, that kind of energy. Nothing bothered you. You just went wild, really. You were sort of a wild man, woman, okay? You was untamed, I want to say. Some of you, you've lost that, okay? Over the last couple of years, I feel you have lost the person that you originally were, okay? And it's saying here now, you need to, when I look at the dragon energy here on this scenario, this is the skin that you are going to shed, okay? This is the skin that you're going to shed, and the universe is coming in to say you don't need to close yourself away now, okay? Better things are coming for you. Remember the person that you used to be, Leo, that you used to take chances, you used to run wild, you know, you didn't care, you'd go out and not, you know, not worry and have worries, okay? We all have worries and responsibilities, but I just feel the message for the Leos I've got for February is get back to the true essence of who and what you used to be, okay? So I do feel that some of you will be feeling this, and you will be putting the energy into place, thinking, I need to get me back. I need to get the old me back, where I hadn't got a care in the world. I was a wild, free spirit, okay? And there's a lot of layers there, a lot of peeling away that has been put on you in past relationships as well, because I feel some of you have been, you know, really hurt, or even the word damaged in past relationships. So it's been a while, Leo. These are the people I'm connecting with. It's been a while since you've come out, okay? You've buried yourself down. That's why you're coming through as the earthworm on the romantic level. So it's not going to resonate with everybody, this on the love side, but I'm just going with my gut feeling and what I'm picking up from the cards. On the general collective, you have got to speak out and you have got to put your foot down, because I think some people out there are taking my lovely Leos for a ride in thinking, oh yeah, they've been there for me, they've done this, I've run them around and all this. But now I think some of them are taking you for granted, and a minority of you will see this, and it's saying here, you've got to voice your opinion and say, you know, I've got to get my life back on track now. I need to get my life back in order. There's a life there for me. And if you don't get that out, then you're going to blow a fuse. Okay, you're going to literally blow your top, and it shouldn't come to that. So try and rein it in. Okay, rein it in and get your opinion out there. Like I say, you can say to them, look, I'm still here, I'm observing from afar, you've only got to pick up the phone to me and I'll be there for you, but I literally have got to get my life back on track. So that's what I felt for my lovely Leos. Now, the poetry that I had out for you, okay, that I actually did on the premeditative aspect of it before I started this reading today, it says, Leo, time to focus on the here and now. Don't let the doubts creep in. Someone is taking you for a ride, so time to begin, to be strong and learn to say no instead of being used and abused. There for others all the time. Address it before you blow a fuse. Okay, so literally my premeditative words have tied in as well with these cards that have come out, saying, you know, someone is taking you for a ride and you've got to be strong and learn to say no. So as I said, Leo, I hope you can take some of this on board. I always say in my readings, if I'm not speaking directly to the Leo, I could be speaking to a cross-watcher, or I could be speaking, or it could be tying in with another family member or a friend that you're aware of. Don't force my messages to fit. If it's not for you, then obviously move on, and there's obviously thousands of readings out there which will resonate higher than mine. But if you can take anything on board, then any comments on this or likes obviously helps me on my journey. So what I'm going to do now to type the reading, my lovely Leos, I'm just going to pull a charm out. Just going to turn the box away from me, and we'll have a little delve in and see what charm comes out for you for February. Let's have a look what we've got going on. Okay, that's a nice one. We have the snowflake. Okay, now the snowflake is basically, I always refer to it as a blank canvas, because when snow falls and it lies before it's untouched, it paints a whole brand new landscape, a clean slate. Now this is why this snowflake's come out for you in the charm reading, as the charm being pulled out for February. It's just saying on both sides, on the general and on the love side, there's a new canvas. You need to paint your way now into what you want to be doing with your life. It's a cleanse, okay? A cleansing as well, and an uncovering here of the essence of the person that you used to be. And that can be on both general and love side, okay? I just feel you need to get a blank canvas here and literally start living the life now for you. Okay, Leo, so that's why that snowflake's come out for you today, my lovelies. So I hope you can take something from those readings today. Okay, if you are new to my channel, then obviously if you're passing by, if you could hit the subscribe button, because it helps my family grow on here. And like I say, you can hit the bell notification, and every time I upload, then you'll be known when I release a new video. So until I read for you next time, my lovelies, take care of yourself, Leo. Bye.